So as you all know, Andrew Cuomo got humiliated in his race for the Democratic primary for New York City mayor. He was beaten by Zohran Mamdani, who worked his ass off and basically destroyed that old guard politics. Andrew Cuomo was acting like he was entitled to be the mayor of New York City. It looked like he didn't even want to be campaigning. He didn't even want to be running. He was just like, everybody shut up and give me the office, right? Well, here's Chris Cuomo, Andrew's brother, and clearly he is furious and butthurt over the fact that his brother lost. And so now he's taking it all out on AOC. He's going after AOC because AOC, of course, along with Bernie Sanders, they endorsed Zohran, and he probably looks at that like, oh, that may be the reason Zohran got over the edge. It's not. I think Zohran wouldn't have been able to win without the support of Bernie, without the support of AOC. But I love that Bernie and AOC came in and supported him. And so now he's having the meltdown of all meltdowns. And this is quite humiliating because everybody knows why he's saying what he's saying here and doing what he's doing. Let's watch.
How do you keep them from having the nuke? Impeach Trump is the...
He's talking about Iran right here.
...opposite of having a better idea. You're killing your party. You're killing your party. And look, I hope it works out for you. I hope you guys splinter off and become, whatever you really are. Because you're not a capitalist and you're not a Democrat. And, you can say, well, what do you know? I was raised by a real one.
Oh, he's got a rude awakening coming, doesn't he? He's got a rude awakening coming. Bro, okay, now it's our time. The neoliberals have had their shot. They've run this country into the ground. They've run the party into the ground. And now the real ones are stepping up and stepping in. And it's our time to define what it means to be a Democrat. We're going back to the roots of FDRism. And here he is, oh, you got to want to go to war with Iran. That's how you're a real Democrat. You got to love capitalism. That's how you're a real Democrat. Fuck off.
Go ahead and criticize Mario Cuomo.
He was way to the left of you, way to the left of Andrew. In fact, he was a fire-breathing lefty at the time. That's how he was viewed. You guys are a disgrace to your father. Your father's rolling over in his grave looking at you two.
It's going to be your biggest insult. That he spawned me and Andrew? Is that going to be the best you have? Because you ain't shit compared to him. Not in terms of intelligence, not in terms of success, not in terms of pedigree, not in terms of philosophy, not in terms of mission, not in terms of eloquence, not in terms of charisma, not in terms of anything. Certainly not electability.
My daddy! It's my daddy! What about my daddy? My daddy's better than you. My daddy! Again, the irony is, Mario Cuomo would support AOC way more than Chris and Andrew do. There's no doubt about it.
You are killing your party because you are not a real one. Because you're doing what's good for you in a vacuum with your little social media following. You're no different than a pod bro.
You're literally a pod bro. You are literally a pod bro. It takes one to know one. Why are you the arbiter and the gatekeeper of all that is a Democrat? I got news for you. If you look at the polls, they are solidly with AOC and Bernie and Zohran and me. It's not even close, dude. It's not even close. So, for example, raising the minimum wage, overwhelmingly popular. Universal health care, Medicare for all, overwhelmingly popular. Free college, overwhelmingly popular. Raising taxes on the wealthy and redistributing and making our social safety net stronger, overwhelmingly popular. End the corruption, overwhelmingly popular. No war with Iran, overwhelmingly popular. Against Israel, overwhelmingly popular. And here you are playing the gatekeeper role. Who are you? You're a meathead fail brother of a failed politician. Fuck off, bro. Jesus Christ. By the way, remind me why he got fired from CNN again? What was it that he was covering for his brother as his brother was like murdering grandmas and grandpas in New York City because he was, excuse me, sending COVID positive patients back into nursing homes where it would rip through and like murder the people in there? You should be hiding in shame, bro. What are you doing? And this is what happens, by the way, when you hang out a little bit too much with the PBD assholes. You get PBD brainworm.
And Democrats better wake the fuck up and realize that you're better than this. Be with the 80, not the 20.
That's so ironic because the 80 are with us. He's not done yet. He's got more for us.
By going after Trump right now for what he did in Iran when you don't have Congress, you don't have the numbers, you may have a legal basis, but you're not sophisticated enough to make that case. All you're doing is showing you're on the wrong side of protecting your constituents from the #1 national security threat.
What a joke. He's saying Iran. Okay, number one, Iran's not building a nuke. Number two, even if they were, they're not an imminent threat to attack Cleveland, you dipshit. Very clearly, Israel and the U.S. are the aggressors. We are the baddie. How do you not? Israel is literally doing a genocide right now, and you can't see that perhaps they're the unhinged ones? They're bombing Lebanon and Syria and Gaza, and now they're taking over the West Bank, and they bombed Iran. 5 places they're bombing, and you're looking at it like, oh, that must be defensive. Like, what is going on in your head, bro? Do you have one of those little monkeys that, like, clings together the instruments, right? Like, they just sit there, ding, ding, ding. Is that what's going on in your brain? What is wrong with you?
That's what AOC is doing. And look, we get the performative nature of it, right?
Oh, you want to talk about performative. You.
Says, you're a fucking idiot. And she claps back. You betrayed the American people. Now, here's the problem with that statement. Trump isn't the one who betrayed the American people, not when it comes to this operation in Iran.
So a president waging an illegal and offensive strike against a country that didn't attack us, that's not betraying the American people. That is literally directly unconstitutional. This is a guy who half the time on the campaign trail talked about no new wars, no new wars. I'm the anti-war candidate. I'm the peace candidate. And then he wages an illegal and offensive strike against a country that wasn't going to attack us and wasn't building a nuke. And you say that's not betrayal, and you have the nerve to lecture us about what it means to be a Democrat? What a joke. What a sick joke. What a sick joke. I'm so tired of this grift, guys. I'm so tired of I'm going to sit on my show and say right-wing thing after right-wing thing after right-wing thing. But also, as I do that, I'm going to pretend like I'm the real lefty. I'm the real Democrat. I'm the real liberal. How many times? We've seen it with Jimmy Dore. We've seen it with Russell Brand. We've seen it with Dave Rubin. Like, this shit is so tired. Just fucking tattoo it on your forehead. I'm a right-wing cuck. Just tattoo, because that's what you are. Why are you playing hide the ball? I can't stand people who are dishonest like this, bro. Just say what you are and stand on it. But he can't. He's got to do the stupid media game where it's like, I'm the most Democrat-y Democrat, as he just sucks off the right all day long and defends Trump's illegal bombing of Iran.
AOC is betraying the American people because she's playing petty politics with impeachment, which can't happen.
It's not petty politics with impeachment when Trump directly violated the Constitution and waged an illegal and offensive strike against a country that didn't attack us. That is the correct time to impeach. By the way, you see AOC doing this, even if you don't agree with her doing it on this particular issue, which you should. You don't see, for example, his scam meme coin where he ripped off his own supporters. You don't see that as impeachment worthy. You don't see his dozens of violations of the emoluments clause as impeachment worthy, where he's got these massively corrupt deals with Israel and Saudi Arabia and foreign billionaires. You don't see any of that as impeachment worthy? How dare this fucking guy, bro? The number of things that Trump has done that are impeachment worthy are literally through the roof. This is a guy who was charged with 91 crimes. He tried to steal the last election. And you just let it slide, bro. Because, we'd be abusing impeachment if we tried to actually stop the guy who tried to destroy our democracy. I can't stand this guy.
Which arguably shouldn't happen. High crime or misdemeanor, what would it be? Treason, bribery, what? That he didn't follow the law?
Waging an illegal war. What's the problem with that, bro? Being the most corrupt president in American history. What's the problem with that, bro?
Congress abdicated its power to president after president after president.
And they were wrong to do so. That's the point. That's the point. Just because a trend started a while ago of doing wildly unconstitutional things doesn't mean we need to lay down in a chalk outline of ourselves on the ground and say, go ahead and shit on the Constitution some more. Oh, my God.
You don't even have a good case. I think there is a case, but I don't think it's a great case. And I think politically it's a non-issue. It's never going to happen. You are the one who abandoned your constituents. You are the one who betrayed America One by...
I love that. She's abandoning her constituents by doing exactly what the constituents want. You go look at the polls. What percentage of Democratic voters think Trump should be impeached? That is a sky-high number, y'all.
In the 20 of every 80-20 issue and showing that you're not even close to being in touch with the majority in this country.
Oh, my God.
But that you are openly socialistic in a capitalistic society.
Imagine pretending you're a Democrat, and while we have a literal fascist oligarch robber baron billionaire takeover, you're whining about socialists. It's like all these assholes attacking Zoran Mamdani as Trump is literally trying to make this country commit national suicide with his big, beautiful bill, which destroys Medicaid, massive tax cuts for the rich, gives tax breaks for fucking yachts and private jets, literally trying to break this country in two. And instead of talking about the fascists destroying everything, you're attacking Zoran Mamdani. That's who this, we gotta purge the party of these assholes, bro. Look, within a year, his grift will be out in the open. It happened with all of them, right? Dave Rubin went from, I'm the last liberal left to, I support Trump, but I'm a right winger. It happens with all these assholes. But let's speed that process up. Because I'm not playing this game with you anymore where you think you're the Democratic base, you're the whisperer of the Democratic base when AOC is on the 80% of the 80-20 issues and you're not, even though you're pretending you are.
You are way too comforting to extremism on the Islamist radical spectrum.
Oh my God. In other words, you criticize Israel because they murder babies. I'm going to recategorize that and pretend like you're pro-Hamas. You're against waging an illegal and offensive war against Iran. Therefore, you support Islamism. Do we even need to continue? Like, why am I even watching this? This guy's a joke.
Too comforting. Way too accommodating. And that is the signature issue.
I love the fake dramatic zoom-ins as Chris Cuomo's ranting against AOC. We all know why you're butthurt, dog. We all know your pathetic brother lost to Zoran, and AOC helped Zoran win. We all get it. It's personal. We get it. But it's very fucking transparent what you're doing, bro.
And if you were going to find a second one, you're still betraying your constituents, and you are not doing right by them. One, they don't give a shit about impeaching Trump for something that worked, that helps.
He said something that worked. Literally all the reporting says they did not get Iran's enriched uranium. All of the reporting says that. And now, by the way, Chris, it's much more likely Iran's going to make a nuke now because they know, hey, we were just fucked with by Israel and the U.S. We weren't doing anything wrong. We weren't harming anybody. We weren't attacking anybody. They attacked us. So now, how do we protect ourselves? Well, nobody fucks with Kim Jong-un because he has a nuke. So as soon as we have a nuke, Israel can't attack us anymore. The U.S. can't attack us anymore. The policy you're advocating for leads to the exact opposite of what you want.
Keep at bay a terroristic organization that wants to kill them. Young Alexandra, you are missing that this is going to be the issue. Terror is back, and you're on the wrong side of it.
If you're talking about terrorism and you're not bringing up the Israeli government, you are a total hack. You're a total hack. That's where the real terrorism is happening on a daily fucking basis. Murdering babies, bombing babies, starving them, not allowing in food, luring them to humanitarian sites, then killing them as they wait for flour. The flour they do hand out to the few people who get it is laced with oxycodone. I mean, we don't need to listen anymore. This is humiliating. Homie looks like he's got roid rage. Dude, just pick a different field. Politics is not for you. I know you're a hanger-on. I know your brother's in the field. I know your daddy was in the field. This is not for you, dog. This is not for you. And by the way, this is how you know he's a weak-willed person. So he went into the PBD atmosphere, the environment over there, the culture over there, as like, oh yeah, I'm a Democrat, bro. My whole family's Democrats, bro. I'm like left-leaning, bro. What, does he spend like a year in that environment and all of a sudden now he sounds like he's to the right of them? And by the way, a lot of this is audience feedback, right? He's audience captured because the PBD crowd is generally very right-wing. And so when he's the only left-leaning person on one of those panels and he says something and everybody in the comments is making fun of him and ripping him a new asshole because he's not right-wing, he responded to that incentive structure because he has no real values, he has no real beliefs, he has no real policy preferences. And he said, okay, is this the slop you guys want me to feed you? I'll feed it to you. Here, I'll do a fucking 20-minute rant against Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and act like she's the problem when she's the fucking solution. God damn it. So sick of these charlatans. Why should anybody listen to this guy about anything? They shouldn't. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.